plus random.random scaled by the side length. It looks like it's just double. Am I seriously this bad at math? Why is this times 2? Square, get left. Scale it by the side length. The side length, not 3? I don't know, maybe I just shouldn't question it. Because the side length is set to 3 here. I get the square, which had a side length of... Does the square have a side length of 2? No way. Does it? I'm going to go here. I'm going to get the square's height. It is 6. So when I scaled it by 3, it must have been 2. Okay, so I just misunderstood how Manim works. This should be scale factor. And this should also be scale factor. And this should be squared at get width. And this should be squared at get height. And so now, oh, if I remove the breakpoint, okay, cool. Make this rate function linear. Okay, so that'll happen over 10 seconds now. Or not. Oh, because I just set the runtime. Equals time max. Okay. That's what I'll probably want to do if tracker.get value greater than the length of the points. Wait, what is the value of the time tracker? My understanding of this would only reach the value of 10, but there's a ton of points here. Oh. Wait, no, tracker.get value. Okay, I got to print out the value of the tracker. I feel like everything about Manim is confusing me today. It's oscillating between 0 and 10. If I print the tracker.get value and I print the length of the points, why is the length of the points always 0? Add the updater for this. Each time it's doing self.add. Oh, because I'm not adding it. Obviously. So I should do points.append. This. Move to... Well, I'll have to save this. So say point equals that. Points.append the point. Move to the point. Okay, and this will add them way slower. I'm not sure why it stopped all of a sudden. Now the length of the points is always 10. Tracker.get value is greater than the length of the points. I'm setting the value, but I'm setting it over time. Why is this not moving slowly? It's going like straight to 10. Okay, I'm gonna set this to 1. Over 1 second. And the value of the chime tracker is oscillate. It's 0, then 1, then 1, then 0. This doesn't make much sense to me. Was it better in the past? What do you mean by better? It was adding more points, which is like sort of what I wanted it to do. But it was behaving strangely. Like, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why the value of the tracker is going from 0 to 10 and then oscillating there. Maybe I should... Is this something I broke recently? Oh, not about this scene. Manim's complexity. Oh, yeah, it used to be a lot of... It used to be a lot simpler, actually. So there's the tracker. Value is 0, which makes sense right now. Okay. I'm actually going to print tracker.get value. On each pot. So 0, then it goes straight to 1. Then straight to 1 again. Then 0 again. Okay, that makes no sense. So I guess I have to figure out why that happens. From object. Is it being called twice? Updater. What is this recursive flag? For submob and self.subobject, submob.update. Look at self.get all objects to update. There are 3 value trackers. Why are there 3 of them? Let me print the ID of all of them. It's that one. And they're different. Oh, 0, 1, 2. They're different as well. I have to break before this play call. So step in here. Render.play. Right here. Scene.add. Okay, if I print scene.objects without a backslash. There's the V group, then there's the value tracker. Okay, and that makes sense. This stuff, sure. Eventually get to play internal. Okay, then self.update to time. And t is 0 right now. There are no animations. Oh, there's a single animation. For updater and self.updaters. Okay. So it's 0 at first. It goes through this when its value is 0. I don't see why get all objects to update is returning 3 of them. What I should do, I have to go to scene. Where was it? An animation. Filter. Land of M. M is not self.object. Okay. Self.get all objects is 4 value trackers. Okay, I guess I just see what's in self.get all objects. Self.object and self.starting object. You know, I'm starting to think, what's the topic of the next lesson? It's going to be on random or probability simulations. Yeah. Maybe, if I can figure out how Manim works. I'm starting to think you just can't have an updater on a value tracker. Maybe that's just not allowed. What if I put this on a square instead? So this will just be a mob. I can print the time tracker.get value. And okay, and try it this way. Remove the breakpoint. Oh hey, it does what I expect it to do. I do time tracker.get value. Okay, and I want to divide that. It should be time tracker.get value if it's greater than a certain threshold. So like len of points divided by 5 or something like that. To make this go faster, now it's 5 per second. I just call this points per second. Equals, and I'll make that 20. And then... Okay. So I think that's the rule. You just can't add an updater to a value tracker. Cool. Okay. Anyways, what was I even doing, man? Okay, so I wanted to see if it's inside of the circle. And if it's inside the circle, then I want to make it a different color. Which actually leads to a different problem. How can I tell if it's inside the circle? Is there anything like that already? Turn inside out. Contains. How to tell if it's inside of the circle? I guess since I already know the equation of the circle, I can just calculate it based on that. Because the equation of the circle is going to be just if the dot is inside the circle. The equation of the circle is r equals whatever the radius is, which I think is 3. Oh, this would be like 3 squared equals x squared plus y squared. But it's shifted. So like if the center equals x0, y0, it'll be like this. Right? Then I want the points that are inside the circle. So I think this is just less, it's just these points. Here's the equation of circles, so it would be like if this is true, if p is less than or equal to this. This is r squared. X minus... Okay, so I take the point. Okay, this is what I do. I have to go back to my high school. I have to take the point, calculate this with its x and this with its y. See if that's less than 3 squared. Okay. So let's say if 3 squared... well, it won't be always 3. I guess it would be scale factor squared. Scale squared is greater than or equal to... Wait, would this be a less than or greater than? I think greater than this will be outside of the circle. Because if the point was x0, y0 exactly, this would be 0. And so this would be true. So this should be greater than. Okay, so yeah, it should be greater than. I'm pretty sure. So say point at 0 minus... I have to get the center of the circle. So I say circle center equals circle.getCenter. Boy, is it? It is super stressful to do this while people are watching you. Point at 0 minus circle center at 0 squared minus point at 1 Oh, this is the other way around. Emotional support. Yeah, that's the way to think about it. X0, Y0. Okay, this is right. So then point at 1 minus circle center also at 1. And then square that. If that's true, then I want to dot dot set color blue. And then I'll add the dot. Okay. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, because it should be white otherwise. So what's the radius? The radius of the circle is 3, isn't it? Dot set color blue, then add the dot. Okay, here's the next thing to try. I got to see what the dimensions of the circle are. So print circle dot get width. That's 6. So the radius is 3. So that is right. So that's 3 squared. Now circle center is that. So taking a point minus the circle center, squaring that, then subtracting this. Oh, this should be a plus sign, I think. Boy, do I wish I still remembered that. Okay, so that's right now. And this will be an else. Set color to red. Great. So now what to do? It's the area of the circle. Area of the circle is 5 times 3 squared. The area of the square is just the 3 squared. So all I have to do is take the area of the circle, divide by the area of the square. Is that correct? Oh wait. This is pi times 3 squared. This is 6 squared. This is going to be pi times r squared. Maybe I should write this out in general first. This will be pi r squared. This is going to be 2r squared. So this is going to be 4r squared. So when I divide it, this is going to be pi over 4. And that's it. That's what it's going to be. Okay. Square 6 square. Alright, thanks. Okay, so I'm going to take the number of points in this circle. So I'll just call that circle points. Divide that by... And that'll be The area of the circle would be around the number of points in the circle divided by the total number of points will be around pi over 4. So circle points divided by square points, which is all of the points, that'll be pi over 4. Or it'll approach pi over 4. Okay. So then let me just keep a running pi calculation. Or I can just update a variable here. So I'm going to keep a count of the number of circle points. Points inside circle, that's going to start at 0. And the total number of points, that's just the length of this. Length of points. So I'll have pi equals pi estimate. Here, I'll start this with 0, I guess. Then it's going to go to points inside circle divided by length of points. Okay, so I've updated that. And then what? Well, that's not pi. That's going to be pi over 4. So I'll multiply that by 4. And if this is inside the circle, point is inside the circle. If this is true, then I want to add it. Yeah, points inside circle. Plus equals 1. Then I can compute this pi estimate. Okay. I wonder if it's safe to... According to this, it's not safe to just put the estimate out here. I added this to the square. I feel like I should add it to the circle. I'll just have... This will be circle.pi estimate. I'll do mob.pi estimate. Can I assign member of pi estimate? Yeah, whatever, I'll do it anyway. Okay, then I'm just going to print out the pi estimate. And see if this moves towards pi. Point inside circle, reference before assignment. Okay. We'll just call it that. Points inside circles not referenced. Wait, what? Oh, here. Or this will be mob. Okay, and that's getting pretty close to pi. So then what I want to do is probably update a decimal number. So say pi object equals decimal number. And this will have an updater. Update pi estimate. And it'll be just set value. So pi object equals decimal number. This will just be mob.setValue. Circle dot